Alright guys, welcome to IT Security Labs. So this week I'm going through the Certified Ethical Hacker certification, and it's good to say that I'm not super excited about what we are doing. It's not hacking, it's memorizing concepts. So after studying and everything, I just feel the urge to, hack something. Maybe crack a machine or something like that, and then look at the logs. So thank you for joining tonight. We're going to look at some security onion logs here. We will also exploit Symfonos 3. And I just hope that we can learn something tonight, especially if you're interested in ethical hacking and you want to really become better at your ethical hacking skills. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This gives us an opportunity to really learn hands-on without reading books, because my training right now with the CEH is not impressive. So that's why I'm thinking I need to crack a machine before I go to bed, so that when I get certified, at least I know how to hack. So that's what we're doing. I downloaded Symfonos 3.1. This is a vulnerable machine from VulnHub, and it's also on the list of machines that you need to go through before you go for the OSCP. And on this channel, I've gone through most of these machines. I can share this link with you, but this is machines that are highly recommended. I've done a bunch of them on Hack the Box. I did almost all of these Linux and Windows ones, and I made 30 videos about them. I also am going through this list, including these Qioptrix here, and today it's Symfonos. Then tomorrow or on Saturday, I'm going to go for Mr. Robots. So there's a lot of hands-on hacking going on here, and that's what you're all about. So if you're interested in ethical hacking, this is a good channel for you to subscribe to. Otherwise, guys, enough of the talking. Let's get started. Our goal here is to attack this machine. I downloaded it twice, as you can see, and we should be able to attack either or. And right now, let's see if I have an IP address here. I think I can check what IP addresses I got from my domain controller in this lab. And then we also have some logs coming to Security Onion. So let me move myself around here. As you can see in Security Onion here, we have logs that are just getting generated. And this is the fun part of the lab. We make all this noise, then we come in here and really see what did we do, how did we do it. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Then we can check in Kibana to see how much noise we made. I'm using a Kali Linux machine. I was going to use Parrot, but I like my Kali Linux box, so I'm going to stick to Kali for tonight. I've been using Parrot all week for the CEH training, and it's no different than Kali, so I'm going to stick with Kali for now. All right, so let's first check, make sure that our machines are up and running. Once my Kali Linux loads here, then we can begin our attack process. I'm running Kali Linux 2019.1, so it's in Windows undercover mode. That's why it looks like Windows machine. It's not Windows. It's Kali Linux 38. I think it was 12. All right. So our machine Symfonos is on 192.168.38.12. So let's do the first part of our attacking methodology here. We're going to run nmap minus sv minus sc 192.168.38.12. Let's find out what services are running on that machine. Wow, this didn't like it at all. 192.168.38.12. Yeah, see what I did here? I need that. All right, so this is going to run on the top 1000 ports, and we're going to enumerate for service versions using default scripts, and nmap, as you can see, quickly figured out what's running on our target. We're running FTP, port 22, port 80. Okay, and that's it. This is good stuff, because for us, a smaller attack surface, the better. So we've put 80 here. We need to enumerate that one right away. looks promising. Other than if I see OpenSSH 7.4, this is a no go. This is not vulnerable. I've been seeing this for a long time now. Not sure about this version of FTP, but for now, it didn't show me that anonymous is allowed. So I'm just going to start with port 80. To do that, we do that sudo. So here, let's start with port 80. I like to run Buster. Let me show you my cheat sheet, or GoBuster in this case. This is the syntax that I use for my GoBuster, but for now I will show you from my history. Show window. Because I use this one all the time, I'll show you. All right, so here's my GoBuster. So let's use this one. Okay, yeah, let's use this one. No, wrong target, right? I'm reusing my commands here, but I want to use this on my victim machine, so I'm saving us time here. The OP bro, welcome bro. Nasrat and Supreme, welcome guys. Tonight is a quick hacking session that we have. Okay, my GoBuster is not happy. What to do? Let's do it again. I might have picked you know what? Let's use Buster instead. I can use GoBuster right now, but Buster is going to be good because I want to use medium.txt. Let's see if I can fire up a web browser here to see. Okay, our target URL is HTTP. Okay. And then we do whack 192.168.38.12. And I'm going to browse to user share. Do I have my Buster in here? Let's do this. This is why I like the terminal. This is not fun. I don't like this term. Okay, A, B, C, D. Buster. Wait list. I'm going to use the medium 2. The text. Select that. I want it to be recursive. Let's see which options to use here. My extensions I can leave to PHP for now. Let's go ahead with this. I might change the threads here to maybe 20. Let's see what I come up with. And while it's running, let's go to our browser. HTTP 192.168.38.12. Let's find out what's running on our target, on our victim machine. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. It's late here. It's almost 11 p.m. Not fun. So this is just an image. Let's save this image. Just in case. What I like to do is I like to save these images. My downloads. Let's just save it there. Image.jpg. Okay, let's replace with whatever is in there. So Let me show you what I do with images. This might not be helpful for us here, but at least you get to see what I do. Come on. Oh, see what I did? See what I did there? I need to do this. I ran strings against that image to see if I can see anything of interest. Like, you know, if there's anything that's hidden in that image, I'll be able to see. In this case, I'm not seeing anything fun. Usually I'm looking for things that make sense, like messages that are hidden. Steganography, if you're used to steganography, that's what I'm looking for here. But if I see gibberish like this, that shows me that maybe I don't need to spend more time on that image. I might even run steg hide if I want to look for things. But in this case, there's nothing in that image. So I guess we wait. Let's go to our results here. All right. First thing that catches my eye right away is CGI-bin. This is what we did last time in our live stream with that vulnerability. What is that called? Shell shock. This is what shell shock uses, CGI.bin. You only get to know these things after doing so much practice. The moment I saw this, I was like, shell shock? Question mark. Okay. So this is not helping me. Let me check whatever is coming out from here. There's a slash gate. Let's check that. What's in slash gate? Oh, another one. Another image. Okay. So part of enumeration is being really patient. Let's see if we can crash this machine. I'm going to increase the thread to 80. This is why I like this debugster. Because now that I changed it, it's going to go fast. It might crash my machine though. If it crashes my machine, then you know, we know what happened. Oh, we're seeing more stuff now. Get, and then I can type okay, Symfonos. Come on! Another image. I'm not going to save these. Okay. Let's go to CGI-bin. Because I'm tired of these images. Okay, I don't have permission to view this one. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I'm just waiting for these results here. Let me see what else I can find here. Can I view the page source for this at least? Okay, of course, I'm going to see the same stuff. Okay, so we're just enumerating right now, trying to figure out our way. I mean, we need to somehow get a way into this machine. So that's what we're doing right now. And we're running right here. Debugster, we're busting some directories. I think while we're busting some directories, let's see. There is a nice tree. And here's gate. Okay, let's leave this one running. Let's go check out our security onion. We're capturing this traffic in this lab right now. So let's go to security onion. Let's check it out. How are we doing? We're busting some directories, so brute forcing right now. If we're brute forcing, we're making a ton of noise in our network. Let's go check it out while our brute force is going. I think that will make sense. All right, let's change this to the last 2 hours, even though we just want the last hour probably. Refresh. So as you can see above here, we spiked our events. That's us brute forcing, busting some directories. So if you are someone who is a pen tester or who is hired by a company, make sure to not run default nmap scans and default go buster. You'll be caught by a default installation of Security Onion, like what I have here. So don't do this. All right, let's look at our alerts. And I will kind of explain to you what these alerts look like and how to interpret them. So if you're brand new to Security Onion, you'll be able to see. And I think things are getting slow right now, mostly because I increased my threads on my Kali Linux, which is a VM running here. So I'm probably creating a denial of service for myself. Okay, but this is going with 20 threads so far. That's good. Oh, look at that. We saw some stuff. Let's cancel that. CGI.bin went to Underworld with extension PHP. We'll check that. Let's pause this. Actually stop it. Because I know that CGI.bin / Underworld then we'll go to Security Onion. I just wanted to stop it because I don't want to cause a denial of service for myself. All right, we're getting somewhere, guys. This is someone who has been doing this for a little bit right now, especially with my understanding of shell shock. This, I can tell you, is shell shock. Why? Because we go to CGI.bin and we see the time. That's classic shell shock. If you have done a bunch of shell shocks, you will know that this is shell shock. I've done shell shock 3 times so far, twice on this channel. So this is shell shock. I'll verify that. But for now, let's go and check our results here that I wanted to look at. All right, this is the noise that we just made right now by running dirbuster, busting some directories, and also running nmap. And I'll quickly explain to you what we're looking at. And this is the beauty of having a lab where you can just literally tinker like what we're doing right now. Here's the thing. We got caught by a default installation of Security Onion. Look at the count. First one is dirbuster. It even identified it by name. So if people were defending this network, they see 552,821 events. This should wake somebody up in the middle of the night. If this happened in a production environment, you will be getting called. Besides, that's why they pay you the big bucks, right? As the IT security person. So this is dirbuster, which was caught. And here's our nmap scripting engine getting caught again. And Surikata is the one that caught it. We can look at these events to see how we got caught, but I just want to show you that dirbuster and even this CVE, look at that. Let's see. Is that the shell shock CVE? What CVE did you think we are doing here? It's a patch vulnerability. Okay. So yeah. So as you can see, guys, we generated a bunch of noise. So the takeaway here is don't run GoBuster, dirbuster, nmap in a network where there's a simple IDS that is configured. Be more stealth. So what can you do to make sure that you don't get picked up here? Maybe use the nmap scene scan instead of the full TCP connect that we did here. Maybe use just do a quick ping scan to see if the host is up. Then use other ways other than the default scripts that I did and stuff like that. And the big no-no, don't bust directories. Look at this, 500,000 events. If you're a pen tester, this is a noob move to do. You show up to a pen test, you run into your GoBuster, before you know it, you are caught, the engagement is over. The client is like, what the hell? You're supposed to remain stealth. So that's what we're doing here. Let's go back to our attack so that we can keep generating more noise. All right, so I said By looking at this CGI and Underworld and seeing an output, it reminds me of Shell Shock. So this is what we do. Let's go to, I'm trying to think. With Shell Shock, there are multiple ways we can exploit Shell Shock. If you use search exploit, we can see that we can pick one of these Python scripts, fire it against our machine, and we have Shell Shock vulnerability. We can exploit it manually. We can use Metasploit. So there's multiple ways to go about with Shell Shock. It's one of the most common vulnerabilities that if you become a seasoned pen tester, everybody knows Shell Shock. Everybody almost knows how it was exploited. This is the one vulnerability that you want to know if you are serious about having a career in pen testing or something like that. Because even I am not a pen tester. I've experienced Shell Shock more than 3 times just on this channel, on these live streams. So you can see that how popular it is. So which way to go today? Last time I think I went with the Python script. Today I'm not feeling like that is the best way. Maybe, oh, something happened. I lost connection to my trusted friend here. Maybe I'm thinking, should we go with a PHP? Or we can do it manually. Let's do it manually. That way you get to see it in the terminal. Let's go do it manually. If we do it manually, then we can also go to Security Onion and see our logs on me doing it manually. Okay, so here's what we do. If you are not familiar with Shell Shock, this is what I would do if I were you. Google is our friend. I want to do it manually. Exploiting Shell Shock manually. Oh crap. My firewall doesn't want me to go to certain sites because... Alright. So here is some explanations. And what I want is this right here. So... As you can see, I want to get a bind shell. Everything is right in front of you, in front of Google. So let's use curl. But let's remember, our path is not bin CGI status, it's bin CGI underworld. So that's what we need to do. Change underworld. And that. Now we can do that. Thanks, OP bro. Appreciate it. Let's use this one. We have the whole thing written for us. This is why this is good. I don't like how they did this. I don't like to do this with my netcat. So it's bothering me that they did it that way. I like to have everything in one line, but let's use the curl command here, and I'll show you how to adjust it. And this is another skill that you need to know. You need to be able to go to the internet, pick proof of concepts, change them to fit your specific environment. In this case, this is 38.12. I don't like their port at all. Let's put 4545. Okay, so we're saying, hey, curl, let's go to our site. Let's get our shell, and here is what we have. And we are listening on 4545 from this machine. But remember, it's not status, it's underworld. All right, so now let's clear that and do what they did so that we don't miss anything. So we're not using any scripts, as you can see. I'm using port 4545, 38.12. So I'm saying, hey, netcat, listen for a connection from this machine on port 4545. Let's do that. Save it. Okay. Wait a second. What did I do wrong? It should work. Come on. All right, let's do it again. If it doesn't work, I'll show you a neat way to do it that I do. That's not what they do. What they did here. Okay. Forget this one. Let me show you the one that I like. Everything in one line. It's the same. It's the same deal. Okay. See, now this is cleaner to me. You can have this in your cheat sheet, which is like mine here in OneNote. You can just have these commands saved. Since I've done shell shock so many times, it's without a doubt that I have a shell shock cheat sheet, right? Because I've done it so many times. I know it comes all the time. Pretty sure I'll be able to see. I'll be seeing it in all the certifications that I'll be taking and stuff like that. All right. So here is the curl command that is going to go and do exactly what we're doing. It's going to connect TCP to my Kali Linux on port 446, and then on our machine here. So let's go here and do the right stuff. Netcat minus LVNP. And this time we're listening on port 446. Make your life easier. You listen, you come, and you execute. All right, so that should give me my connection ID. I'm in as this user. Okay, when I get in it like this, I don't like that at all because I need to fix my terminal. So if I go to my reverse shells here, I got my Python ready. And this is another one that we used last time too with shell shock. Another quick one-liner reverse shell that we could have used in the browser, but we just chose one right now. Right, so let's go back here and fix this not so nice looking terminal. Now we have a terminal that looks like, okay, can I clear? It gives us that the environment is not set. If you have never fixed this before, or if you're like me, I don't like a terminal that is really not functional. I want to fix the whole terminal so that it's fully functional for me. And this is a link to Stack Overflow. The reason why I do this all the time is because I want people to know where I found the answers. But this should be in your cheat sheet again to make sure that you know every time you see this, you just need to export the term like that. Now I should be able to clear. All right. So now that we're in here, ls underworld, the underworld is what shell shock creates. So actually that's the classic shell shock. Every time you access a directory using shell shock like this, you see a directory that you were able to execute in. In this case, it was the uptime, which is why we were seeing time on the main page right here. All right, so we are in this machine. This is really good stuff. Sudo -L, no sudo. So we're in trouble here. Home is not set. All right, so far we have generated a bunch of noise. Let's go and catch our stuff that we just did right now. First of all, let's make sure that we caught shell shock using our intrusion detection system. Because if this thing doesn't catch shell shock, then what are we doing here, right? First, let's refresh this to make sure that we see the alerts. Okay. Am I able to see anything of interest here? All right, so this is all the noise that we just generated right now. Let's go here. Oh, this is interesting. Look at all this. This is a security onion. And right now we're looking at Kibana. And in Kibana, the reason why I like Kibana a lot is because not only is the data visualization really great, but we get to see the alerts and is the way that they look in the real world. So if you're following my channel and you don't work in cybersecurity and you want to end up working in cybersecurity, this is as real as it gets. What we are looking at as far as the logs that are generated and how they are generated, this is how they're generated in a production environment. This is what it looks like. So let's check it out. We made a lot of noise here. First of all, let's see the alerts that we generated. And that is going to show us the alerts. And in this case, I just want to check out the shell shock vulnerability that we executed and make sure that it works. Let's say last 2 hours. So as you can see, you can see a lot of events here. And now we'll begin to see things that are interesting. All right, so Daybuster, as you can see, it was caught. Nmap scripting engine was caught. Here is a CVE. Let's filter by this one. I'm curious. So in Kibana here, you can just filter by things. And here we go. So now we should be filtering in a second here. Let's refresh this. All right. Another way that you can do this is you can just come in here and say event data sets is goes to that. Source IP is going to be our Kali Linux. And if we do this, we'll be able to see the events as well. So this is just multiple ways of you interacting with data. And this is called the Kibana querying language. It's similar to the Splunk querying language. So if you know this and you end up in a Splunk environment, you'll be able to use the same deal. So this is why it's very important to do. This right here, the COVID-19 stuff, it's a false positive. It doesn't. I looked at that one last time too. So let's refresh that and see what we have here. And this is the part that I think is very interesting. Okay, while maybe this is loading, another part that you can go to hunt for these events is the hunt interface in Security Onion. I'll show you what it looks like. Because the great part about the hunt interface is you can keep things in here the way you want. And in this case, if you look here, let me move it up here. Here's the web attack in progress, and it was classified as high. It's all Daybuster. I mean, it's all. This is a ton of scanning. So this will not help you. We need to know how to use this right here. Okay, so if we say source.ip, we can choose that source IP address. In this case, let's use 133. This is going to be our Kali Linux. That's exactly what we did in Kibana as well. I'm showing you both so you see how easy it is. So this is going to be at least filtered. Right, so here is source IP. And then destination. This is another shell shock machine, the IF2. This is the one that I was using for practicing. And as you can see here, there's a lot of GoBuster. Let's say, and can I say that? What if we say destination IP instead? Right, so this is how you can filter things here. And if you want it from there, you can actually then query things. Let me see here. Dest.ip. Is it destination.ip or dest? Let's find out. 38.12. There we go. We're searching here. While that search is going, here is our stuff here. And we have this CVE here. Last time I clicked on this filter here, it took a second. Let me give it a chance. give it a minute here. And this takes some time. All right, there we go. ET possible CVE, whatever that one is. And here it is. Attempted privilege gain. All right. Let's look at what we did. We were going from source IP, Kali Linux 192.168.38.133 to our machine. And this is the one that I think is going to tell us what we did. Yes, we caught it. You see this bin command here? That's how we know that we nailed it. So assume that you were a security analyst, you didn't know what happened. You didn't know what the attacker had executed. This right here will be a definite 100% nailed it. Now you got it. And as you can see, we have the idea of what did the attacker do in our network. They executed this reverse shell, and this is the way they were going, and this is the port where they were connecting. You take a screenshot of this, you send it to whatever other team. If you're, say, tier 1 analyst, you send it to the networking team and say, yo, they connected to port 446 and this is what they did. And you caught the attacker. So we generated the attack, we investigated it here. So if you're interested in one or the other, as you can see, you can get it. So we saw it in here. Another interesting one is to see it from here. And this I like better in the hunt because it allows me to pivot to get PCAP. And I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here it is. We see the same information, right? Right here. We see that the referrer here shows us that a remote code was executed. But if you wanted evidence, it says show PCAP for this event. If you click on that, it will create a query for PCAP. And right now, I think I have maybe 5 days worth of PCAP to save. So let me show you what I have here in my Grafana here. All right. PCAP retention, as you can see above my head here, I have a week worth of PCAP. So if someone was investigating this event a week from now, they'll still be able to get the PCAP, and they can request the PCAP from here. And if you go to the PCAP interface, it will actually give you PCAP for the events that you did. And let me just pick one that I've already done to show you what PCAP looks like. And PCAP, if you work with PCAP a lot, this is gold. I mean, you can read your PCAP from here, which is interesting, right? Or you can download your PCAP. This is why I think this is probably one of the best labs for people who want to seriously get into cybersecurity and really tinker with their own hands and get their hands dirty. Not only do you get to learn how to read PCAP, because right now I just downloaded the PCAP. I can open this in Wireshark, right? And start reading PCAP from here, because you're going to be reading PCAP at work if you're a security analyst. You're going to be following events in an interface that looks like this. You're going to need to know and be familiar with these events, and also know how they're generated. In this case, they're generated by our attack that we just did. So here's a PCAP that I did from an event last time that we just downloaded from our lab. So I think this is so far a good one for us. I'll let you know that Symfonos privilege escalation does not work anymore. I don't know why. That's why I ended up with 2 machines. I tried to escalate my privileges here and I was stuck for an hour and then I gave up. So if you know that, if you think that it still works, let me know. Otherwise, I don't think privilege escalation works. But at least our shell shock vulnerability and the investigation worked. Let's look at what the directory busting that we were doing looks like, because we're curious. To do that, let's just remove this rule in Kibana. Let's go back to the alerts. We want to see, we did a dir buster here where we're busting directories. My lab has 57,943 events right now. And look at this, 57,847 are from busting the directories, given that I did this multiple times, but still. So let's filter by that. And then let's look, when you're busting directories, what are you really doing? What does it look like to an intrusion detection system? And this is really, again, good for you as a defender. The last thing you want to do is go to work and be told, oh, look at these alerts and read this pickup. You want to know what is really happening behind the scenes here. So when you're busting directories, when you run dirbuster, this is what you're doing. You're running it against a wait list. You are brute forcing a server. And if this server is configured correctly, you most likely get blocked or you have a timeout. But in this case, of course, it's vulnerable. As you can see, we have a bunch of events. We have thousands of these, tens of thousands of these. Let's look at one of them. What are we really looking at here? I like to see. It's amazing. Look, they even know that it's dirbuster. They didn't even miss. They found out it's dirbuster. They didn't say gobuster or dirb. No, dirbuster was found here. And here is the rule that caught us. And right now you want to take a look at, okay, how are they catching us? They're saying, hey, create an alert for HTTP traffic. So they only this for at least for this one, it alerted on HTTP traffic from external net or any coming to our home network. And here's the message that we are supposed to see printed, which we saw. And if the flow is established, HTTP agent content, so dirbuster, here's content. It's a very simple rule too that caught us. So that's how they're able to catch dirbuster. If this was HTTPS traffic, they'll probably have caught it if they have a way to decrypt the traffic. So that's what we have as far as when you're running dirbuster and you're getting excited, just know that this is what it looks like on the other end. You're getting caught super easy. Someone will be waking up in the middle of the night to block you or block your IP address and stuff like that. So source IP address is changing every time you're brute forcing, but the destination, source port is changing because that's how we're generating the attack, and the destination is the same. So that's the dirbuster one. Let's see if we have another interesting one here, because this stuff is exciting. And while I'm just waiting for it to load here, let me answer. Anthony says, where do I train? I mostly train here on this channel. I've been I think if you go and watch some of my videos from 3 months ago, I started at Hack the Box. I cracked about 50 machines there on Hack the Box. That was a really good primer for me. Then I started going to Bound Hub, and I'm going through a list of all the machines that people go for the OSCP from this list. You might have seen it. These are machines that people suggest for people who want to go for the OSCP. And I've done about a third of these machines here. And really my goal is to brute force my way into becoming a decent ethical hacker. Right now I'm training this week for the certified ethical hacker training, and to be honest with you, it's kind of underwhelming. They shouldn't have called that exam certified ethical hacker. It's like a security plus with hacking tools sprinkled on top. That's why I'm cracking this machine tonight, because I really miss being able to actually crack a machine, not memorize tools like what we're doing in the training that I'm taking right now. All right, so here's more stuff that we have. If you're curious, I'll show you what Nmap scripting engine looks like. Michael, I think you're referring to my dirbuster. Yeah, they didn't. Can you believe that they're just running dirbuster with that user agent? So yeah, let's look at Nmap. We caught Nmap by its name. Nmap was called by name by Security Onion. The real interface is right here, right? This is part of the scanning process. So Before we go anywhere, how would you use this lab? Say you want to monitor your home network. This interface here should be clean. It should, I mean, it will have some alerts here and there, but if you deploy this in your house network, you don't want to see 682,000 events showing up from one, and it's ranked high by Suricata. You can deploy this super easy lab in a environment like VMware, like I have here. I'm running it in VMware ESXi. I get free licenses from VMware as a VMware vExpert. I used to be a system administrator, and I joined the vExpert program 4 years ago. And because of that, I get free licenses from VMware. So that's why I have vCenter running in a home lab. I wouldn't spend money on vCenter, but it's a wonderful. I used to have vSign and all that stuff when I was learning that. My goal on learning has always been just jump in, get your hands dirty, and know as much as you can, and become really good at it. So you can deploy this, and it's pretty much mirror the traffic. So my security onion is running in here with 16 gigs of RAM, I think, and then half a terabyte on the hard drive. That's plenty of room for me to play and just capture traffic as much as I want without worrying about resources. Then I have a switch that's spanning the traffic to this security onion, and that's about it. The switch is sending a span here. Am I losing some traffic? Yeah, probably the switch is not keeping up, but for testing and learning, it's good enough. Also for a small lab environment or even a home environment, this setup, I think it will be sufficient. You can have your own intrusion detection system at your house. If your kids or anyone in your house is doing something funny, they'll show up here. Awesome. Thanks, Anthony. All right, so that's what we had, guys. Right now, I'll just take any questions that you guys have. My goal is to take the CEH multiple choice, hopefully next week, if they allow me to register for it, as soon as I'm done with training tomorrow. Then take the CEH practical, hopefully a couple weeks after that, if I can squeeze it in. Then I also signed up for the EC Council license penetration tester. I also plan to take that hopefully sometime early next year, January or February. Then after the license penetration tester, which is already paid and everything, I have the training and everything, I'll go for the OSCP. So with these three, I'm hoping over the next 3 months, if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to see my skill set exponentially improve, because not only am I going to be practicing with you guys live, but also I'm taking formal training from all these entities. That's, I think, the best way to do this. All right, so if you guys don't have any questions, thank you very much for joining me. I think this is awesome. I guess I'll ask you guys a question. I am looking for a server rack. I have servers. I have 3 Dell R710s. I mean 3 R720s. And I need to rack them properly with enough ventilation. I don't need to pay $500 for a server. I need something cheaper. Under $300 preferably, with a fan. And that looks like this. So if you know of anyone, let me know in the comments here which one I should go for. If you know any servers that I can go for, let me know, because I need one. I also hope once I'm done with all this stuff, my training and everything, sometime next year, early next year, we can take these labs to Azure and set them up as on-demand labs for people to access if they wanted to. There's a lot of college students who don't have space or time. My goal is to put a front end to this whole lab here. So go to Azure, get 3 VMs or something like that, set this whole lab up, connect it properly with a Kali Linux and some vulnerable machines, then put a front end to it. If someone wants access to it, they can just sign in and do their attacks and be able to do what we are doing here on demand without having to set it up or up. And that's the ultimate goal, at least for us to end up with this working. I've seen it done, and I think we can do it here as well. All right, I hope everyone subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe. About 50% of the people that watch my content haven't subscribed yet. No, I'm not on Discord. Actually, I lied. We have a Discord channel. Let me find it on my phone. I actually have it on my phone. Yep, I'm on Discord. I will send it to you. Thanks, OP bro. Thanks for joining. This stuff is always fun. I hope you learned something today, as always. We have a Discord channel, and it's called IT Security Labs. So on Discord, if you look for IT Security Labs, we have a Discord channel with a lot of people in it. All right, that was a nice, quick live stream, guys. I appreciate each and every one who joined. I already downloaded a machine that's ready. I'm thinking maybe sometime tomorrow we can do this one, or Saturday. Mr. Robot, one of my very first machines that I hacked. I'm hoping to redo it so I can see a second. Actually, this was my very first machine for me to hack after watching Mr. Robot, the TV show, and it was fun with a WordPress site on it. So I'm hoping to generate that so we can see WordPress traffic on. I can't promise a date, but we'll be doing this. Oh yeah, this is live. Aziz, you're asking if this is live. Yeah, this is live. We just got done. You thought this was pre-recorded? No. And sometimes it doesn't always work out. With live streams, if you're trying to do a live hacking, doesn't always work out. You get stuck. And the good thing is I get help from people. Most people who join my streams know what they're doing as well, so they'll be sending me some hints and stuff, which is fun. We make it a community hacking advantage. All right, so if you joined later, we attacked a machine, we collected some logs in Security Onion, and we got user. I don't think we can get root on it. I couldn't get root on it today, but as you can see, we got a user here, and the way to get root on it was to use TCP dump, and we're supposed to read plain text passwords from FTP that's running here, but let me show you why you can't. We're supposed to read from loopback. It's saying we don't have permission. We should have permission to this for this machine to be rootable. Without permission, we can't. So that's why. Thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and also make sure to hit the bell so you can be notified when I do these random streams, because once in a while I'll be doing something and I feel the urge to attack a machine. I just go live. I just do this all the time. Yeah, the list of the machines is this one. I've done about a third of these, and I've done all these hack the box in the Linux and Windows. I've done a third of this list here. And the more machines you do, the better you're going to become. You're going to have a blast. I do these live streams on Sundays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're guaranteed to come and see one of these live streams where we're doing something like this. And we've done it so many weeks now. Let's see. You can go and watch the previous ones. Let's see. Let's see what you guys see. I want to see what you guys see when you come to my channel. So if you go to videos, every video that says attack and detect was a live stream that we have done. And as you can see, we do a lot. Some of them all don't go as planned, but that's the beauty of it. If you're learning, you get to see it live in action where somebody gets stuck. So if you go to my videos here, let's see if I can just do past live streams. All these are us doing pretty much what we just did tonight. And there's even more. All right, so thank you very much. I will see you guys next time on our live stream. Appreciate you guys joining. Thanks.